I'm Mac, CEO of National Streaming Sports Network and the host of the Mac and Jack Sports Show. And you're watching Military Broadcast Radio's Turnbuckle and Stogies, a fun show that covers wrestling and cigar, and it works every Sunday at 11 a.m. Thank you for watching.
Introducing LT Defense Tactical Gear, your ultimate solution for top-notch protection and performance in the field. Our armor bundles provide unmatched safety and comfort, while our battle belts and holsters ensure quick and easy access to your gear. Stay prepared for any situation with our high-quality medical supplies, designed to keep you ready for action at all times. Looking to enhance your skills? Our firearms training programs will take your proficiency to the next level. Trust LT Defense for all your tactical gear needs and gear up for success on the battlefield.
You're going back in?
There's still men out there. God damn. When I go home, people ask me, "Hey, Hoot, why do you do it, man? Why? You some kind of war junkie?" I won't say a goddamn word. Why? They won't understand. They won't understand why we do it. They won't understand it's about the men next to you. And that's it. That's all it is.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
I want to make it clear that the views expressed by our hosts are not considered the official stance of MBR Views. Remember, this is all about having fun and enjoying the ride.
Turnbuckles and Stogies. Yo, what is up? What is up? Yo, happy Sunday. Another Sunday with your favorite hostess with the mostest.
My dad, I'm doing a wrestling punch. I looked and I said, hey.
We are Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod, your hostess with the mostest, the big dog, the vanilla gorilla, and ladies and gentlemen, today, yo, y'all ready for this? Because I don't think they're ready for this, Joe.
I don't know. It might not be.
Oh, what is up? What is up? Happy Sunday, happy fun day. You are here with the host with the most, the big dog, the vanilla gorilla, and your favorite podcast show, Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod. What are we going to talk about today? I don't know, but look what I got in the mail. Clip my wings. Can't clip my wings. See that? Shout out to Jonas. We had him on. We had Matt Booth on. We will be dropping those episodes. I don't know when. The producer's here. He'll let you know when it's coming. And let me tell you, I'll tell you what, man. Matt Booth, we had story time with Matt Booth yesterday. Was that not fun?
I was a blast.
Listen, I said, Matt, how did you get into doing jewelry to cigars? And he goes, oh, so now you want story time with Matt Booth. He goes, story time, let's get started. He goes, back in the 1960s. And I'm
Why
like,
would you tell them, let them watch the episode?
well, we got to give him just a
No,
little
you don't.
taste.
You don't have
Just
to
a
give him
little
any.
taste. Just a little taste.
You don't give him anything. You let them wait and watch.
He's the producer. I'm getting yelled at again. I own a show. He's the producer. I always get yelled at from him. Always.
Because
always
you
do something wrong.
things
Always do something wrong.
that don't make sense. See?
So we have a guest coming on. He's coming to the house. So he'll be here when he gets here. We got an hour and a half. We just started. So it's been a long week for us. We had a funeral. Then we had the interview with Matt yesterday. Then we got today. Then we got another funeral on Wednesday and Thursday next week. So yeah. So it's been a long week, guys. So if we're not ourselves, please excuse us.
All right. Now, what am I going to smoke?
You can get your Turnbuckles and Stogies gear from Turnbuckles and Stogies. The link is in the bio somewhere down there.
It's on the show notes. They see it as it's posted.
So make sure you
What
order.
am I gonna smoke?
And we have to meet Ali's Cigars this week coming up. We have to drive out to PA.
I think I'm gonna smoke this
and
one.
meet him. So I am smoking right now. I'm smoking a Fuerte Libre. They're up in Buffalo Cigar Week.
Well, that's over.
That's over.
They're all on their way home.
But that's what I'm smoking right now. Shout out to my man Greg. Always puts out good smokes. So shout out to Greg. This is the Sun Country. If y'all never had it, go on and order. Make sure y'all
You
go on
can't
and
order from him.
You can't order from him. There's spots you can order. Just check his website out. Then you got the conspiracy, because it's all a conspiracy. That's put out by Michael Giannini. For y'all that don't know Michael Giannini, we had them on too. We dropped their episode.
Part 1 drop. Part 2 will be dropping pretty soon, I'm sure. I might drop that probably in November. You'll probably see that drop, because I think all next month is live episodes.
Yep. All next month is live episodes. Well, no, we have Rick Rodriguez. We got to record.
That's this month. That's this month.
Yeah.
I got to wait on a date from him. But he was at Buffalo Cigar Fest. Conspiracy Cigars and Quality Importers was there. Fuerte Libre was there.
Rick Rodriguez was there.
I already said that.
Oh.
There was a lot of people there.
Yeah, we missed it, but they're having it again, according to somebody. And for y'all that don't know, the black tobacco company down in North Carolina, they're having a soft grand opening. So for all y'all that don't know, they're having a soft grand opening. And when I say a soft one, that's because they don't have their liquor license. Their regular grand opening is going to be in November. So we are going to make a trip down there in November to see them. So I'm not going down in October because it's only a soft grand opening. So, Mr. Latham, I don't know how you got your stuff, but it's a soft grand opening. It's not the grand opening. The grand opening is in November, because we were already invited. We were invited to come down there and do our podcast. So, on that note, come down, go see my man, the Black River Tobacco Company. They just opened their
Frank.
They opened their stuff. They got lockers. They got everything.
That's Frank.
That's my man, Frank. He's going to come back on. Matter of fact, when we go down there in November, we're going to do our podcast from his lounge, and we're going to have them on, because I am making a trip down in November. So we will be going to North Carolina, and we'll be on the road again. And then we'll be out in Cope's place at JB Cigars, along with Piro and Ish. Ish ain't going down in October because
Piro and Ish.
Ish is going to Spain with his mom. So, and Ish told me I can open his locker and take as many bottles as I want. Just so you know.
Why is he having an event down there in October?
No, he was supposed to do a cut and light for Don Boggin Cigars, but he can't because in October he's going to Spain with his mom and his wife.
Right, so he's doing it in November.
So he's going to do it in November when Cope orders the cigars.
He'll probably order in the next month or so to get the name out there.
Yeah. Well, according to certain people, it ain't going to work, but them people.
No, I think it'll work. I think it'll work very well, because those cigars will sell, because obviously they're made by
a veteran. And
they're made by Ish.
Wait,
they're veteran-owned.
He's not a veteran.
They're a veteran-owned company. They're made by Ish.
He's not a veteran.
So I could see those cigars doing very well because of the quality that Ish already makes.
Ish not a veteran.
Sure.
He's not a pilot. He's wanted by the Interpol.
But
he's wanted by Interpol. Ish, how are you still in America, Ish?
He's really not. Don't listen to him.
He's not. Guys, it's an inside joke. Inside joke. So you watched MLW last night. So what happened?
I did.
I fell asleep.
It was a long day.
I
watched some of it. Actually, I watched almost all of it.
Where's my man Danny Nippers?
I watched almost
Let me
all of
send him
it
a message.
last night. You
Let me
had
send Danny
a
Nippers
very
a
good
message.
friend of ours, Mr. Rich Palladino, as the ring announcer, who's been doing ring announcers for them now probably
Almost a year.
a year, if not a little more.
Almost a year. And I know Rich for over 30 years. Rich introduced me, and I cut him off one day, and I'll never forget this.
There's Danny.
There he is. I was just going to send you a message.
There's Danny.
I was just going to send you a message, Mr. Nippers. So Rich Palladino in Blackstone, Mass. He started introducing me. I came out and I took the mic from him and I told him, "Get the fuck out of my ring. Don't ever announce me again." And he looked at me and he said, "Okay." And he walked off. But that's my brother. I love him. And then he introduced me the next night. So yeah, so Rich is the man. Danny, jump on with us.
So we also
use the same link.
No, it's not the same link. You can't use the same link.
Oh.
It's not the same link. It's a different link.
Danny, you should jump on with us too.
So we also, I watched that last night. You had Cruel and I forget who it was. I think it was Cruel and Kojima for the title. Or Cruel and Kojima wrestled in a match last night. I forget what it was called. Then you had Matt Riddle came out at the end. Then you had the formation of the Rogue Horsemen, which was Brock and C.W. Anderson. And
CW?
No.
CW?
No, that's Arn. That's not CW.
However he does it.
He doesn't do that. That's Arn that does that.
Thanks, brother.
So you had
thanks for yesterday too, Danny.
You had Brock and CW, Bobby Fish, and BRG are now the Rogue Horsemen of MLW.
The Rogue Horsemen.
Yep. You
Did they
had
get permission to use that name?
You had the Four Horsemen. Then you had the Extreme Horsemen when they took over MLW the first time in 01.
Thank you.
And then you have the Rogue Horsemen now. They don't need permission to use that name.
Horsemen they do.
No, they don't.
Ric Flair owns that.
No. Arn does. Arn formed that group. That was Arn's doing, not Rick's. And then I forget who they wrestled what's it called last night? The Boom-I-A Fight Club. Was Brock and CW versus the Boom-I-A Fight Club.
Boom-I-A.
It was
guys, I don't know where our guest is, but that's okay.
No, he's on his way. He already told me.
Should have been here.
No.
That's why you tell people.
No, that's not his fault. That's my fault. But you also had to run to the store too at 9:30 in the morning and go shopping. And we didn't get back till almost 10:30. So that's your fault.
Oh shit. Damn.
That's your fault, not anybody else's.
What up?
What
that's,
up, dude?
That's our neighbor, bro. We got our neighbor sitting here watching us. This is what we do on a Sunday. We set up the tent.
This is a really good cigar, though.
Which one is that? Conspiracy.
This is the Maduro.
That's the Conspiracy.
This is the Maduro. This is the Toro size. Damn. This is the Toro. I had the Connecticut Robusto. They come in a Toro, a Gordo, and Robusto sizes. But back to what I was saying. I watched, like I said, I watched some of it. I was kind of doing some other stuff in between. So I was paying attention, but not a lot of attention, but enough to know what happened.
You were watching it because of Rich.
No, actually, well, I was, but I was also watching because I wanted to see the card, but I got busy and sidetracked doing some other stuff in between. So
for the podcast?
Yeah, kind of.
See, that's why I put the 10 up because.
And I was just kind of taking care of stuff for that and answering some messages and stuff like that.
So, guys, just so you know, we're booked up until October.
We're booked all the way through October as of right now.
As of right now, we're booked through October. So, if you want to get on our show, send us a message to Turnbuckles and Stogie's email. One of us will answer. We'll give you a date. And if you can't do that date and you want to record it, we can record it. Just pick a day during the week, on the weekend, preferably the weekend. During the week is kind of rough because I'm up at 1 o'clock in the morning He's got to be up at 5 o'clock.
No, I'm up by 3:30.
So we prefer to do it on a Saturday or even on a Friday night. Even on a Friday night is good.
Yeah, but early.
Early
like
Friday.
5, 6 o'clock.
Not fucking 12 o'clock in the midnight. You know what I mean? Because by then I'm half in the bag.
Oh, by then we're normally sleeping.
Or I'm crashed out on the bed.
You say like that's different. Yeah, right.
We're normally asleep by then.
I'm crashed out on a bed.
Shit.
So on that note, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right
Yeah,
back.
Bill.
He sits on his bed with his gun in his hand. He thinks his life is over, he can't understand. A bottle of whiskey and some pills in the drawer. He doesn't wanna hurt himself or hurt anymore. Why must it be this way? Just think it all over and listen to the words I say. You are not alone. There are so many people who fight with their demons each day. 'Cause you are not alone. So take my hand, brother, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. She picks up the clothes that fall loose on the floor. She finds a crumpled letter just behind the door. Begins to read it with tears in her eyes. A horrible feeling takes over inside. Says, honey, can I talk to you? There has to be something that we can do. You are not alone. There are so many people who fight with their demons each day. 'Cause you are not alone. So take my hand, baby, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. Ooh, you're not alone. 'Cause you are not alone. There are millions of people who fight with their demons each day. Yeah. And you are not alone. So take my hand, son, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. Sits on his bed with his gun in his hand. He puts it away, 'cause now he understands.
So, yo, we are back. your favorite podcast on the internet, Turnbuckles and Stogies, with the host, with the most, the big dog, the Vanilla Gorilla. We are chilling. Sunday fun day. Shout out to all my Giant fans. Hello. Fuck Daniel Jones. Eat a bag of dicks.
There we go. Put that there.
So Daniel Jones should be fired. The coach should be fired. The general manager should be fired.
No, the coach shouldn't, because this isn't on the coach. This is on the GM and ownership paying him that much money. That's not the coach's fault.
They should all be fucking fired. Fuck Buffalo.
The coach works with, but the coach works with what he's given. So again, it's not the coach's fault. The coach has to work with what he's given.
You should have put Tommy Cutlets in there and let Tommy fucking play the games. That's what you should do. You should put Tommy Cutlets in and let Tommy Cutlets win the games. He won 5 games for us when Daniel Jones was hurt. So we should put him back in there and let him win. You let the other quarterback go, and now he's making fucking millions right now.
Tyrod
is making millions. He's making fucking millions.
Taylor.
See what I'm saying?
Our guest will be here in a few minutes.
Yeah. Our guest is always late. Don't worry about it.
No, I told him to take his time. We have an hour and a half.
Don't worry. Our guests are always late. They're Italian. I'm Irish.
There we go.
And I got a German Jew sitting over there. I don't know if I should make a lampshade or some fucking soap.
There you go. That's the label that comes on the conspiracy cigars. That's the big label. And then you have the little label. And when you buy these, depending, I think one is a 5-pack. If you buy a 5-pack, you get a travel humidor. I think if you buy the 10-pack, you get a bigger travel humidor.
Yeah, but you gotta address that their boxes
are actual humidors. They're actual wooden humidors.
Once you buy the box, they're humidors. So don't throw the fucking box out like most of you motherfuckers
No, the
do.
box is an actual humidor that you can season and put your cigars in.
So don't throw the fucking box out, you moron.
That's how it works. That was by design, and I believe you get a cutter with them. I believe you get a cutter
and a lighter.
And then
it's not cheap. It's the Zycar.
Well, the first I think couple are like the Paleo V cutters, the heavier plastic ones.
Right.
And then as you go up, you have the Zycar X1 cutters, and then I believe as you go up, you get a lighter with it too.
Wait, I gotta ask this. Did Michael put his bedazzled cutter in there?
No, that cutter that you're talking about is like $150,000 cutter.
What?
That cutter won't see the light of day unless you have a lot of money. You won't see that in cigar shops unless you're in a very high end.
So you're talking like Davidoff and things
not
like
even
that.
there. It'd have to be like one that strictly deals with. And Davidoff is just its own. I don't even think they have stores anymore.
No, they don't. They have shops.
Yeah, I don't think Davidoff has like shops or anything like that. Too many of them, but you'll see those in like the really like high end cigar lounges in like
If
Vegas.
you don't know Michael Giannini,
stuff like that.
Michael Giannini and Rick Rodriguez used to work together. They used to work together. And
they blended La Gloria Cubana.
They blended La Gloria Cubana, which is my favorite fucking go-to cigar in the world. The only place I can find my trunk show is in Kevin's at Buttheads in Connecticut, in Danbury. So if you're ever in Connecticut, he has over 45,000 open boxes.
4,500, I would say.
And that's not counting what's in the back. If he doesn't have it, it does not exist. Does not exist, people. So if you're in Danbury,
well,
go to the strip
I wouldn't
mall.
say it's not that it doesn't exist. He may just not deal with that vendor.
Well, Kevin is very particular. Once you fuck Kevin, you're not welcome back in the store. See, us, we can go there once, twice a year, and guess what? We're always going to be there.
No, but as far as vendors go, that's a different story. I mean, that's just a whole nother.
Oh, we got to give a shout out to Hudson. We got to give a shout out to Hudson.
Whatever you want to do.
Iron Horse Cigar Lounge. Make sure y'all motherfuckers go up there and y'all see who is it? Jim,
Roy and Carlos.
Make sure you go up and see Jim, Roy, and Carlos. And tell them that we sent you. And It's a great place to chill, smoke a cigar. They have good cigars. They have good prices, you know, things like that. Hudson Cigar Lounge. It's Iron Horse Cigar Lounge in Hudson, New York. So make sure you go up there and see them. The owner is in Europe right now.
He should be back soon.
He should be back soon, and then we'll be back up there. That's our home base right now because he likes us. Not too many people like me.
That's him.
Not too many people like me. So I'm not a very well-liked guy. But
So,
ask me if I give a fuck. I don't.
We're going to take another quick break because our guest is here. We'll get him set up, and then we'll be back.
I know that's him.
I was broken for a while. A drop of blood for every mile I'm on. I took all that they gave and lived to fight another day. But if today is all I get, I'll make my mark and you can bet that I'll never surrender. On this life, and I'll never surrender. On this life, I can't change the past, but I can change how the story turns. 'Cause it's not mistakes that make us, but the lessons learned. Because what doesn't kill me will make me stronger in the end. And I'll never surrender. On this life, and I'll never surrender. On this life, and even if I fall, I'll get back up, standing tall again, with a medal on my chest. God knows I've done my best, because what doesn't kill me will make me stronger in the end. And I'll never surrender. On this life, and I'll never surrender. this life, and I'll never surrender. On this life, and I'll never surrender. On this life, on this life.
Yeah.
Chris Ryan.
Yo, what is up? What is up? So
I
this
give you
guy
this.
finally showed up.
That's your microphone.
This guy finally showed up. See, you can't tell a fucking wrestler 11 o'clock. Motherfucker shows up at 11:30.
That's on us, though. That's not his
No,
fault.
fuck that. Fuck
I was
that.
just told to show up.
That's
you know
on
what I'm
us. That's
Fuck
not his
that.
fault.
If I tell you 11 o'clock, your ass better
That's
be here
on-
at 11 o'clock.
We weren't even ready at 11 o'clock.
You're right. Fuck him.
So that's not his fault. That's our fault. We weren't even fucking ready.
And this is why you got to tell a wrestler, if the show is at 5, you got to tell him to be there at 3 or 2 or 1.
I mean, listen.
We should always help set up.
Yeah, I mean, our show when
You know, I help set up. I help set up always, man.
Listen,
he
listen.
dictates, do this and
I
this and
don't-
this and this.
Listen, number one, I've been doing this 25 years plus. I don't set up a ring. I don't sweep a floor. And I'll tell you what to do, but I'm not doing that shit. This guy can do it.
I've done it. I mean,
He's done it.
I went to a show with somebody in actually down in Elmsford for Outlaw.
Okay.
Outlaw Pro Wrestling. I went with a couple buddies of mine who wrestle up here,
Okay.
and I know the owner of that company. We had crossed paths a few times, talked, and it was funny because
Bull.
yeah, it's Bull James.
Bull
Okay.
James from WWE.
He,
Shout out to Bull
yes.
James.
Yep.
We had helped out, and I was there, and he's like, the ring showed up late, and they looked at me, and I'm like, I was in the parking lot waiting, and I'm just like, okay, sure. And then one night they come over to me and they go, "You're hired." I'm like, "For what?"
Yeah.
They're like, "You're hired." I'm like, "Sure, I guess so," because I've learned, and I know you know.
So
You just say yes. You
Yeah.
don't ask
So-
questions. I got hired to
let's,
do music that night.
let's
you
get
go.
into it. Let's get into it. So, Mr. Ryan, tell us your gimmick name.
Christopher Ryan, the hired gun.
The Hired Gun. How did you come up with that name, sir?
Well, if you really want the truth, I was in jail, and I was thinking of some kind of way to get out. And if I were the hired gun, I can be hired, and I have a job to do. Who's the man? Who do I work for? I always kept it open.
Right.
Who's the man? To this day, I don't know who the man is, but he tells me I got to take a hit on somebody. I go out there and I whoop their ass, and I do what I got to do.
So, how long you been in the wrestling business, and who were you trained by, and where were you trained?
In Ocala, Florida, Hall of Famer, WWE Hall of Famer, Dory Funk Jr. I was in his academy probably about a good solid 8 months, and man, did I learn from him. Great guy, great person, easy to talk to. What a storyteller in the ring, out the ring. Man, it was almost too good to be true, man. And Rob Van Dam came in, hung out with us for a day.
Did you smoke some weed with him?
He offered the vape, I think, and I really didn't do it.
You declined?
I declined. I think I declined. Yeah, I didn't know what to do. But he got Dory to curse.
Listen,
He got Dory to curse. Dory said he cut a promo, and he was like, he said, hell yeah, fuck yeah, whatever, But it was pretty cool.
you never declined from Rob.
Well,
You never
sometimes
listen.
have to know when
listen.
enough is enough.
Listen, when they were up here at the Poughkeepsie Civic Center, right?
Yeah.
They were here at the Mid-Hudson Civic Center. I'm sitting in the back, and Rob comes over. He's got his joint, and I'm like, "What's up, Rob?" He's like, "What's up, big dog?" He's like, "Yo, you want to hit?" I'm like, "Sure." I said, "What is it?" He goes, "I have no idea. I just bought it." I'm like, "My man, smoke that." I was like, "Damn." I look like Chris Tucker. Damn. You know what I mean? But you never declined from Rob Van Dam, bro.
Yeah, I missed that opportunity, I guess, but it was like right before, I think what year this was, right around when he basically took off with TNA and Katie Forbes or whatever, but he was a good dude, man. He was humble. He was welcoming. He watched us bounce around a little bit.
And did he give you some advice?
He did. I did a frog splash. I believe he said something like I do like the D'Lo Brown frog splash.
Okay.
Low down.
The low down. There you go. That's
okay.
Now you see Logan Paul doing it all the time, but that was always my thing. I have pictures of me doing the split in the air, and all that. But I love that frog splash, and he said, "Yeah, no one's really doing that anymore."
So, what made you get into the wrestling business?
Man,
tough question. Tough question.
It is, man. It's been a passion of mine. It's been a thing of mine. I've been watching since I was 4. I was born in '94.
You're still a young boy.
I grew up in the Attitude Era, man. I had posters of like Trish Stratus on my wall as a young kid. My mom would come in and tear down the posters. My mom would tear down the posters, man. And, yeah, it was crazy. I grew up.
I had them all.
Stone Cold was like he was like God to me. Stone Cold. Yeah, he's drinking the sodas, Dad. And then Dad, what's the other channel with the other bald guy, Goldberg?
That guy.
I got the fireworks, and I got the guy drinking soda as a kid. That was my that. And then I realized, okay, yeah, he's drinking beer like my dad. So it's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
So what was your first match, and how did you like it?
My first match was.
You always got to remember your first match. If you don't remember your first match, then we're gonna cut the interview off.
I remember the first match. It was for a charity at the Funking Conservatory.
Are you cursing?
No, Funking. Dory Funk
Guys,
Jr.
Funking. He's fucking cursing. The fuck is this about?
But it was for a charity event, and the first person I locked up with was Johnny Magnum. He was a wrestler. He's been around for years. He did work with them for a while. Not sure if he ever made it to like a WWE kind of level, but I know that he was always a known indie worker throughout the States. And he's a U.S. veteran, a badass gentleman.
Cool.
If I go down to Florida tomorrow, I can go to his backyard and bounce around his ring because he has one built in his backyard.
That's awesome.
And he has his own. He has his own thing going there, and that's where a lot of good shows are being held. It's kind of a secret, but you should get out and check it out at Brick City Entertainment. But
I've heard of them before.
Yeah, the guy.
I've seen it on your pages posted before.
Yeah. No, that was my last match in December of this. December 20. Or no, it's like December 17th was my last.
So,
match.
guys, if you're looking to book him, you got to go through me because I'm now his agent. So, if you're looking to book him, you got to come through me. And the price ain't yesterday's prices. Today's prices are not tomorrow's prices.
We're still gonna have you come down to the Carolinas. We're just waiting on another day.
So
the owners are going through some personal issues, but things are solved now. So now we're getting back on the ball with bringing in guys and getting the shows up and running again.
Well, he got a minivan, so now we can just let him drive.
Hey, listen, that minivan has been up and down. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but I call that the Big Daddy Caravan.
Now, why is it called the Big? See, this is things you don't do. Why is it called the Big Daddy Caravan? That's a soccer mom van. So you're doing
soccer
things.
Dad. There you go.
Listen, you're doing things. Listen, you're doing things.
Job, right?
You're doing things in that minivan that your wife don't know.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I eat my lunch in there every day.
And what else do you do in there every day?
Watch wrestling. No, I'm just kidding. I don't watch wrestling every day, but I do.
That's normally what I watch when I'm on my breaks at work.
When I'm at work, dude, I kind of just chill. I'll smoke a little bowl or something.
There you go.
Go back into work.
Smoke a little bowl. How little is the bowl? Like this?
Maybe.
Half hour, 45 minutes, and they don't bother me. So I'll sit in the car and watch TV. I'll watch wrestling, whatever. Whatever floats my boat for that day.
I always go back in time to like 2005.
Yeah, I've been good for that too.
2003,
Yeah.
1997.
Yep. I mean, anything from like that 10-year gap.
Yeah.
Is perfect.
So guys, you're always asking for a wrestler, right? Besides myself and him. So now we got him. So what the fuck? So what other matches have you had with big names?
Any notable, like, I guess, opponents for you? Like,
I would say right off the rib, I would have to say Wes Briscoe was a big one for me. Aces and Eights, TNA. That one was a good one, and my grandparents were front row for that one.
That's cool.
And I was in the newspaper for that.
That's
That was pretty cool, man. My grandparents front row. That meant the world to me.
That's what it's about, bro.
But you know, and Wes was good, man. He just said, you know, keep training. He goes, eventually you'll be ready for the Indies. And soon in my career, the unfortunate thing what happened is in the first 14 matches I had, I actually broke my leg. I broke my fibula and tibula snap. Wow. The doctor said I may not be able to ever wrestle again. And boy, did I prove everybody wrong, because rehab, I was back in the ring in 5 months, dude. That's insane. That's insane.
That's like unheard of.
And I was like, you know, 235, 220 solid, you know. Right now I'm 200 flat. I just been dieting a lot, you know, but I'm going to eventually, you know, bulk up and get bigger. But right now, dude, I'm feeling healthy, bro. I can move. I'm fast. I can do all the stuff I used to do.
There you go.
And I feel great. I feel healthier than ever.
What do you guys think of Big Dog versus this guy? What do you guys think about that?
And there's a lot of people we can't see that are watching this right now.
How about I whip his ass and teach him a lesson?
We're on the Nest Network on Roku.
Okay.
The Northeast Streaming Sports Network. We're on
awesome.
MB Radio on Amazon and Roku right now as well.
All right.
So there's people watching that we can't see that aren't commenting.
And how many followers you got?
Well, the Roku channel gets 12 to 1,600 views a day.
All right.
Something like that. So there's people watching. We just can't see them. Now, if all those people would go to YouTube and comment,
subscribe and hit it,
then you can interact with us. See?
Hit the button.
There you go.
Hit the button.
See, that's where the fun begins, is when you can interact with everybody.
Because we got shows that you motherfuckers ain't gonna be able to see unless you subscribe to YouTube.
That's true.
So y'all can eat a bag of dicks.
So I'm gonna ask you this, because I had this conversation with him. How do you feel about Dory getting in the ring at 89 years old in Japan?
The truth is, I feel like he didn't need to do it.
That's the same thing I felt.
I felt like maybe the losing his brother really got him towards the end. Dory told me a lot of amazing stories, man. Dory was he's a very gentle soul, man. You know, I don't know too much about his wife, but anyway, Dory, man, I just have so much respect for him. And I think that he could have, thank God he's healthy and he's good. I'll tell you what, that man goes to the gym every day. I used to work out in Ocala at the same gym as him, and he's there every day. So, I mean, he trains. He does still train, and he's healthy for his age, and I give him that. I think he wanted to finally hang up the boots. I think in his mind, he wanted to be known. He wanted to be known, you know, because, I mean, he's responsible for training, you know. Think about it.
Almost everybody.
Kurt Angle out of the Olympics, dog. I mean,
Kurt Angle. I mean,
wow.
He had
Mark Henry out of the Olympics.
I think in Kane and everybody else down when they had the ring in the bottom of the old Titan Towers.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Mark Henry's son just signed a contract with WWE. No, he did.
No,
I think he signed it.
NIL deal. There's a difference.
All right. Yep.
There's a difference. NIL. What NIL is that once he graduates, that contract opportunity is there for him, but he's getting paid through that deal all throughout college to wrestle. So basically, he's an amateur wrestler in college, which is what or football player. He's getting paid by the WWE to do that. So that when he's done, he can transition into the performance center and become a wrestler.
So Ryan, let me ask you this. I brought you on here because you're a wrestler. I know you got questions. I know you got questions for me. You can ask whatever you want. We have no hold bars. And Joey will tell you, he's the producer. We got no holds barred. You can ask anything you want for me. Go ahead.
All right. So who trained you?
Who trained me? So where do I start? So we started out with Chris Adams in the Sportatorium.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I came back to New York. I hooked up with Ahmed Johnson, Rakesh and them. Went out to Pops. God rest his soul. Pete McKay, Johnny Rods. So
wow.
I've got a lot of background, brother.
Hell yeah. I respect that.
And when we went to Captain Lou's funeral.
That was a hard one.
Joey was with me. He was sitting on the chair.
I've never seen a human.
Man,
at
rest
that
in peace,
time
man. Rest in peace. For
so
real.
massive as Pops.
And
at
then,
that point in time, Pops looked like the jolly green.
And then Pops came in and he
Wow.
wanted a seat. And I said, Joey, get the fuck up.
And you know, he walks in and I look at him and I'm like this.
And what did
And
Johnny?
I just keep looking and I'm like, holy shit, this guy is tall.
What did Johnny tell you?
What didn't Johnny tell me?
And what did Snooker tell you?
I mean, Jimmy flat out gave me an invitation to go to Hawaii when I graduated college and go train at his school.
There you go.
I mean, he looked me in my face and said,
Yeah.
when you're done with college, he said, you come see your Uncle Jimmy, I'll train you.
Oh, shit.
So I was like, that was my biggest thing, was I was going to do that. And, you know, other things, and I just decided that at the time wasn't it. It was still in my mind that I wanted to do it. And
Man, that's so. Are you training?
I got trained by him.
You got him. So
got trained by me.
Hell
I
yeah.
got trained in, well, and then Trooper had a hand in that too, up in Rhode Island. Magic's had a hand in it.
Shout out to the fucking famous indie guy, Magic.
You know,
that's my brother. I talk to him every day.
I've had guys, you know, that have been around like him for so long, kind of, you know, as I'm at, hey, listen, what if you do this? What if you do, you know, kind of have a hand in helping me learn the business.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the psychology of it just kind of came natural, I would say. And so did like the creative mind that I have is one of those that kind of just, it was there.
Yeah.
Like the show we did in the Carolinas, all the creative aspects that went into that was me and another guy.
Okay.
I've that first show I probably spent realistically a solid 4 months of just like
it's a
couple of days a week of like hours on the phone of like, what are you thinking? Here's what I'm thinking. What if we do this? What if we do this? And me and this kid I'd never met before. Never met, and you know, met each other over video call. And that's how we planned the entire show.
There you go. That's how you do it.
And the hours were there and the countless hours. It was just like, and then to see everything go off, you realize when you think about it, like from that aspect, and this is what a lot of people, I try to explain to a lot of people. And I mean, you know it, you're in the business.
I've been around booking and everything down there.
You don't realize how much time actually goes into making one of those shows go off. And then it goes off and it's like, all right, that went.
I know what it's like, dude. I was a bouncer in Ocala, man, in Ocala, Florida, and I had the heavyweight title. Right, I'm promoting this wrestling show as a bouncer in Ocala, Florida. Everyone knows O'Malley's Alley. It's where I started bouncing, right there in the heart of Ocala, and I was wearing the belt, and I put over this main event in Ocala that, dude, it was, to this day, I still think we broke a record or something.
So you were at a club.
No, I'm bouncing. I'm the head bouncer I'm the door guy. Bouncer. I'm checking the IDs.
Okay, so
and I have flyers.
Let me say this again.
That's cool.
Let me say this again.
Cool.
Let me say this again. You were marking yourself out.
In a way, yeah, but putting over the company.
In a way, you have.
He's fucking marking himself out. See,
main event.
Main event. His new name is not Ryan. It's Mark.
But
his new name is Mark.
In certain
his new name is Mark, ladies and gentlemen.
Aspect, you have to do that because
I was the main event guy.
People aren't gonna. Listen, if I was the main event guy, I'd be doing the same thing.
His new name is Mark.
I'd be walking around.
We used to do angles out there too, man. We used to do like,
Hey, listen.
We had the cops show up one time by accident, man. Oh man.
Whoops.
Yeah.
So Ryan, we're gonna call you Ryan Mark.
This guy.
Oh shit. Maybe he just left a mark on the road, man. Did you hear that?
Jesus Christ.
How about slow down?
Let's take a commercial break on that.
We have Mark, ladies and gentlemen. His name is Mark, not Ryan.
Attention all troops, are you ready to stay connected with the latest news, entertainment, and information tailored for our armed services? Look no further than MBR.
Here at MBR, we're more than just a radio station. We're a lifeline for those who serve from the front lines to the home front. We're here to keep you informed, entertained, and connected to your fellow veterans.
With our dedicated team of broadcasters, we bring exclusive interviews with military leaders, insights into the latest strategies and technologies, and uplifting stories of bravery and sacrifice.
But that's not all. MBR is a nonprofit organization, meaning that every dollar you donate goes directly towards supporting our troops and their families, whether it's providing care packages, funding, scholarships, or offering mental health resources. Your support makes a difference.
With that, H Train, can you tell me a little bit about how MBR got started?
Well, in 2005, Jim Butler created it so that he could keep contacts with all of his pals over in Iraq. And then when 2018 came, he decided that it was time for him to retire. He was going to close up the station. And because we've had so many former DJs since 2005, I mean, it's pretty inspiring. We have at least 5 veterans in every single state, at least. And, you know, it just brings us closer together. It creates a family, and it creates a family that we lost when we got back from Iraq. And
Mind you that every show is manned by a veteran or a first responder. That's amazing. I love what MBR is doing here. I love being a DJ here as well. Talk to people who have been through situations similar to yours. You're not alone. That's what we do here on MBR.
yep. And it's nice because if you're not having a radio day and you're just having a bad day,
or you don't have a face for radio, we just want to remind you that every show is manned by a veteran or a first responder. So if you've ever had a dog tag, you could be possibly on the show or create your own, as well as military dependents. Together, we'll stay strong. We stay informed. We stay connected. So visit our website and download our app today, MBR.
MBR, serving those who served while giving veterans a voice.
First heard of MBR through my classmate Cedric. We were going to school at Colorado Media School, and we'd worked on some projects there together, including making a podcast. And he told me he was interning here at the station and that they would give us a shot to put our show on the air.
But it's a really rewarding feeling just to come back and learn radio, learn a trade for myself, and help people out at the same time.
Brandon Stokely here, and I want to encourage every single one of y'all to keep grinding, keep fighting, keep practicing, keep getting those reps in, because that's what's important, right? Keep building, laying down that foundation, and keep working at it, keep practicing. No matter what the results you see right now, it doesn't matter what's going on right now. Look towards the future, and that's what it's all about. So keep working hard, keep practicing, keep getting those reps, and that's what's most important right now. So keep up the good work. Best of luck.
I'm like, yeah.
Smoking outside.
I'm like, yeah.
Like,
Yo, we are back. We are back with Mark. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Mark Ryan right here. Ladies and gentlemen, his name is Mark. If you want to book him, you go through me, Mark Ryan. Just type in the comments, Mark Ryan.
So,
okay,
we may have to have this match or something. You know, it may have to happen.
Listen, if you want this match, brother, listen.
So,
listen.
I don't know.
If you want to match with me, hold on. If you want to match with me, brother, you can just bring it on. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna cut your chest open.
You talk too much.
I'm gonna make your forehead bigger than what it is. So listen, if you want anybody want to book us, you can book Mark and me against each other. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, he ain't gonna survive. He's new. He's green. Check it out.
I don't even remember what I was gonna ask now.
I know what you were gonna ask.
So where else have you worked besides Florida? I know Florida was like kind of your mainstay.
Well,
area.
Florida, I worked for, probably 7 different promotions, 6
Right.
different promotions. You know what I mean? I'll tell you what, the one though, man, this guy, man, his name was Tom Bass, rest in peace. He was trained back in the day, I believe by Earthquake, by
John Tenta.
John Tenta, yeah. And dude, that promotion they ran was called Mid Florida Wrestling, and it's been around for 20 plus years. And I was the youngest heavyweight champ they've ever had.
Wow.
And he had faith in me, man. He believed in me. There was rumors that I was going to work towards finding my way for a tryout, and he passed away. And then right after that, I lost like my brother, Thor. He was like a close brother of mine. I lost them both, and wrestling was kind of on pause for a little bit there. And I had to, I had to really just open up and move forward. I'm a dad. I'm this. I got other things to worry about. Wrestling. Right. Sometimes, like right now, dude, I haven't had a match since December.
Well,
my
shit.
goal, I would love to get back in the ring, but I know that I have to put on some weight. I know I have to I'm strong as hell right now, dude. But
well,
the heaviest guy I lifted was 310.
Well, you ain't lifting me, bro. Sorry.
I mean,
You guys ever heard of Bobby Bone Crusher Smith?
Mind your business and go upstairs. Thank you very much.
Does sound familiar.
Bone Crusher, man. He's a good dude. He's like an Ocala. Now he's like an Ocala native, man. He's known in Ocala. He's like Godzilla, so to speak. Bobby's a good dude. I picked him up, dude. I scooped him up because we both couldn't hear each other. And I literally picked him up and I scooped him up and body slammed him out of nowhere. There's a video of it somewhere, but man, that scoop was crazy, dude.
So let me ask you this. Do you have your very first match on video?
My very first match on video.
I
believe Marty Funk deleted it off YouTube, but it was on her YouTube channel. She deletes all her stuff. She'll post it, delete it. If you're done with the school, she deletes it. It's odd. It's a little odd.
That's weird.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's weird because you could put it in the playlist of
But there are, dude. I mean, if you go on my page, on my my old Facebook page, you can go all the way down 2017. There's matches on there.
Yeah, they're on there. I've seen them.
The craziest thing is after I broke my leg, I came back with a different mindset. I don't have to do all these crazy flips. I worked smarter. I worked old school. I go with the flow. I love nothing more than just going out there and let me talk to you in a way,
Yeah, essentially.
Hold on, wait.
Telling a story.
Hold on. He said, "Let me talk to you." Hold on. Let me talk to you. We're not getting infringement here.
No, because we're not.
Oh no, I didn't mean it like that. I mean, that to me, that's like a New York thing. I don't even think he's a New Yorker. Is he a New Yorker?
I don't know.
I don't even know, man.
LA Knight's not from New York.
But but that catchphrase sounds like it's
no, it is. It does sound
like a tough guy thing.
Yeah. I mean, listen. My first match was October of 22.
Yeah.
I didn't have my next match until I worked in the Carolinas.
Wow.
So I had like a 2-year long
I think mine was July
gap.
2015 or June 2015. It was something like that. It was August 2015 was my first match. Like I said, it was versus Johnny Magnum. Dory Funk got me in this the spinning toe hold.
Nice.
Man. And he locks it in there, dude. You feel it.
They said him and Terry, if they locked you in something, they locked you in something new.
Listen, it's like when I did it was me and my partner, God rest his soul, and SD Jones and Mr. Haiti down on Arthur Avenue.
Mr. Special Delivery Jones.
And I'm hitting SD and he's like, "You gotta come harder than that." So I started smacking him, I started hitting him. Bro, SD Jones, if you don't hit that motherfucker, you ain't shit. You ain't shit, because he wanted to feel it. So when we went back into the locker room, he's like, "That's what I'm talking about." I said, "Yeah, now you got white meat on your black chest." He's like, "And that's what I'm talking about." So guys, take it from Mark. Okay?
This guy. He doesn't lay up.
Take it from Mark.
So the one thing I noticed and you've probably seen it too. When we did our show in Jersey compared to the Carolinas, the work rate was, I guess, different because when we were in Jersey, the guys we worked with, it was a 4-way match for the belts. Was the first match they put us in, and there was almost like no chemistry between any of the teams, except us and the one other team that we kind of brawled with through the entire Elks Lodge. We kind of had a little bit of
put a hole in the wall
chemistry, but then when we went to the Carolinas and we worked the Street Stompers and Ali and Phoenix that are down there, it was totally different. I mean, like the chemistry was insane.
Yeah.
Like we went out there and did all kinds of,
and it was only like 15, 20 people.
When the booker gets to know the talent, it's always a way different ballgame.
It's because
when the booker just walks in there and puts this guy because he saw it on paper.
Yeah.
And these two guys just clash, and sometimes nothing works.
We had talked over like video call through Facebook and kind of ran ideas back and forth.
Yeah.
And then we picked them up in DC on the way down. We drove down with them. We stayed at the same hotel. I think maybe it was because we had so much time to kind of get accustomed to each other.
Yeah.
But when we went out there, it was like, even they said we've been around think, what is it, 5-6 years now at this point. They've never had a team that they've been able to just go out there and just have at it. And basically, we didn't really.
I do notice you guys work the crowd. That's a big.
Yes.
That's a big thing. You have to do.
If you don't work the crowd,
because if the
you
crowd's
have
not
nothing.
in it, then you're not really doing your job.
Correct.
Like to me, I'll always enjoy being a heel because I know what it's like to be a heel. I know what it's like to get the crowd to throw shit at you, and
absolutely.
You know what I mean. But I also know what it's like to be that baby face that fights his way for the title.
I'm always a heel.
I've been that baby face to fight for the title twice. I won 2 heavyweight titles for 2 different promotions, and I was the main event guy for them. And
so why are you not the main event guy right now?
Well,
you know, there's this life happening. You know, and it's not really a huge excuse, but at the same time, you got to put your kids through school. You got to get this job. I want to get a nice house, man. You know what I mean? I got to do what I got to do for her, for my family, and you know.
I understand.
And when I get back to Florida, I already know what's going to happen. I already know I can go right to where I was and get back into it. And I had my last match in December. I had 2 matches in one night. I made one kid puke. It was his first match.
Oh, no, you did not. No, you did not.
In the ring?
Or in the ring or out of the ring?
Both.
Jesus.
So you still kept the match going?
He must.
You didn't keep the match going.
After he puked, I said, get in the ring, crossface.
Yeah, you have.
Bro, you should have fucking kept it going. I would have fucking
if-
shoved his face
If
in
he
it.
got that, if
I
he
was
got
thinking
that
about it,
sick,
but
I would have took his face and
must
shoved
have
it in there like this.
I'm gonna say ate something, or his nerves really fucking got.
Well, I always said, don't sit there and drink a Mountain Dew before a match. You know.
No,
listen,
what I do, drink a Bang Energy.
Listen, here's
Get all fucking wired up.
Here's
get wired up.
Hold on. Fuck. Here's what Jimmy Snuka said. Shit. Jimmy Snuka always told me. He said, Dave, always take a baby aspirin and a Heineken.
But see, that's not.
He goes, take a baby aspirin and a Heineken.
That's not a Mountain Dew.
It's not Mountain Dew.
It's not a bad.
All that sugar overload in the Mountain Dew, man, is
Correct.
And ironically,
So you
Bang
take a
does have
Heineken?
sugar.
Listen,
But
you
for
drink.
some reason you can drink that and go out and put on a match like it's fucking no problem.
John Cena went through a diet where he only drank Diet Dew. And Mark Henry's brought this up, that John Cena was chugging these dews, man, these Diet Dews, because he said, well, there's no sugar and I'm maintaining this weight or whatever. So there's certain ways you can use different things.
I mean,
And you know what? Listen,
Bang gives you caffeine. It
fuck
gives you
John
a big,
Cena.
It gives you a big,
Listen,
you know,
listen, I'm gonna tell you this.
adrenaline-wise and all
I'm
that.
gonna tell you this right now.
I wish
I'm gonna
Banks
tell you
still had
this
the
right now.
creatine.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Creatine at some point.
Hold on.
Creatine got me jacked.
John Cena,
I
go
like
fuck
creatine.
yourself. Because the first time I met John Cena, he was a real dick. He was a real dick. So John Cena, go fuck yourself.
Nobody could even talk to me.
Yeah.
I was like just laser focused, like dialed in, and I'm like, after I was done, I'm like,
Listen.
I don't know what that is.
I'm going to take a piss. I'll be right back. I'm leaving the microphone here, so y'all don't
Thank
have to hear
you.
me.
We appreciate that.
That's good. That's really good.
No, he's done that before. He's done that.
Mark.
He's done that. He's done that before.
Listen,
That's not his real name.
I'm
That's
sorry,
what this
Mark.
asshole calls him.
I'm sorry, Mark. Mark, I'm sorry, Mark. His name is Ryan. Mark Ryan.
This guy.
Mark Ryan.
All right, go to the bathroom.
I'm going to take a piss. I'll be right back.
Don't take it. Leave it.
We've heard
That's
it already.
beside
Thank
the
you.
point.
Thank you very much. Elvis is now getting ready to date. Okay.
Now we can have a normal show, everybody.
Yeah, Dad's gone.
He still wrestles?
Yeah, he's my partner.
Dang. All right. I respect that.
I mean, that's why I'm there, though.
Yeah. There you go.
Now I'm not going to say he doesn't put in a little bit.
So
of
you're
work
bumping?
on-
So you're bumping?
Yeah, I mean, my first, and it's funny because my first bump in a match wasn't even in the ring.
Yeah.
It was outside on the concrete floor.
Wow.
That's got
Oh, okay. Okay.
That
Yeah.
was definitely didn't tickle. I'll let you know that now.
that right. Sure.
It was that 4-way tag match for the belts in Jersey, and we were working with a team that had gotten moved around and kind of thrown together, and it was us, them, these two little guys called the Cream World Order. We're not even going to get into that one because that was just a whole nother debate I had. And then two other guys that they threw together.
There you go.
And it was supposed to come down to us and the tag team champs at the time.
I always wanted to
two
get
more
into
big
tag
guys.
team wrestling. I was in tag team wrestling one time with this guy. He's a well-known guy down in Florida. He's been around the Kentucky scene John Strange, the insane John Strange.
I've heard that name before.
Dude, that guy, when I have Dory Funk Jr., and then I learn about the indies through him and his legendary, what he's done. Dude, he's been everywhere. He's been all throughout the States. He's still traveling, man. I respect that, man. Him and Thump Capri, his manager, that's around him all the time. Great guy. Great booker in Florida as well.
Tag team.
If I had to say to go back to Florida, though, and I mean interrupt you, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I would love. I would
Just
love
keep
to go.
interrupting us. Don't worry about it. We're just the fucking
I'm
host.
interrupting him.
Listen,
so
We interrupt each other. That's what
we're
wrestlers
just the
do, man.
fucking host here. Just
we
keep.
have to do that to get our points
Listen,
across.
listen.
Yeah, you have to talk. You know.
We're just the fucking host here. Just keep interrupting us,
go
Mark.
ahead. Don't hurt yourself.
Go ahead, Mark. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark. Go ahead. Finish what you were saying, Mark.
I would have to say,
Remember what he was talking about.
when I get back to Florida, that's where I really. Have you guys worked in Florida? You worked in Florida, I'm sure, years ago, man. Talk about Florida down there. What's it like? Back in the day, anyway. What was it?
I haven't worked down there yet. That's supposed
When
to be
you
covered.
work in Florida, sometimes you got a big crowd, sometimes you got a small crowd. And guess what? There could be 5 people in the fucking crowd, and I'm gonna make sure them 5 people got their money's worth.
Thank you.
Look at the
I
show
agree.
we did in the Carolinas. I mean, we went out there, and I'm not going to say what.
You guys got the crowd up. You guys got the crowd standing.
Yeah,
I watched it. I watched
there's
it.
probably about 10. I'm going to say 10, maybe 15 people.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you can have. I'd rather have 15 people in the crowd that are really into it than 10,000 people that aren't
so
involved at all.
Yeah, they're on their
So
phone.
we
or
had
whatever.
Right.
We had that family right there, young African American family, sitting over there. So what do? Because my name is Big Dog.
Mark.
Nope, you're Mark. I'm
No,
Dave.
you.
So I go over there and I sit with them. I take pictures, and I sit and I got my hand around the wife. So the son turns and says, "Hey, Dad, he's got his hand around the wife." And the father turns around and goes, "Okay." So listen, whether you got 5 people or 20,000 people, you need to go out there and fucking make
you
that
also-
the fucking
not only
best
that,
match
I
ever.
mean, you also have to realize too, like a crowd that big, not everybody's going to be into it.
Yeah.
You're going to have the people that are on their phone like this.
Florida's different though, man, because people are. The Indies is everywhere.
Oh my
Every
God.
town has
I
a
was gonna
show.
say,
Every town has a base.
Yeah.
Like I believe in Cocoa Beach. Dude, I would love to go work for ARW.
So let me ask
Atomic,
you: Have you
Atomic,
ever
dude.
have you ever worked with Tony DeVito,
Tony DeVito
the Baldies?
From ECW.
He sounds very familiar. Yes.
He's one of my best friends.
Okay.
Him and Angel and
Angel
Vic
works for a car
Grimes.
dealership now, doesn't he?
And Angel is
Yes.
also a former retired sheriff. So yes. So Tony DeVito works for the government. I'm not gonna say who he works for with me. But so Tony DeVito is one of the original ECW guys.
He doesn't wrestle so much anymore. I think
Right.
he picks and chooses his dates.
Correct.
I've been afforded the opportunity to just be at, the Outlaw shows, and I've seen Crowbar wrestle 3 or 4 times. I've been on shows with Guido. I mean, like I've been, I did the music. The night I worked the music at Outlaw, the computer rebooted itself and died.
You're talking about Outlaw from the South?
No, Outlaw wrestling up here.
Oh, so there's one up here.
There's one
Okay,
up
because
here
I know
that's
there's
run
one
by-
down south somewhere. But
That one's the one up here is run by Bull James.
yes. Okay.
I've had the opportunity to be there, with.
And where's
Guido.
that?
He runs
In the distillery.
He runs in Elmsford in the breweries. He does a brewery in Jersey, one in Liberty.
Is there like a reason why wrestling's never here in New York? Is there like a
because you have to pay
really? So
insurance,
it's that strict.
doctors.
You have to pay.
Yeah. It just
you have to
sucks,
pay
man.
for
Because
a
I would love to
doctor.
wrestle in my hometown, man.
You have to pay for
I
a
would love to
doctor,
wrestle in the Hudson Valley.
ambulance. Like you have to pay for.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I know a company that runs up here.
Yeah.
The only problem is trying to get a hold of the man.
Yeah.
Is a pain in the ass. And he doesn't run a bad show. Like he runs Middletown, he runs the Palisades and the malls, and he has one other mall he runs. So like he does shows in the malls down there.
Frequently.
He'll run in what is it, Harriman he runs?
Yeah.
At the school down there. He does a show for the
sports club,
the ARC. You know, so I've done commentary for him. I ran his backstage.
I did his
and running
fucking
his
ring
backstage,
announcement.
which was nice.
He was a good worker, man. He was not used right, in my opinion.
Bull. You know, that's a conversation I've had with him.
I just watched the WrestleMania match with him, and he did something so incredibly athletic.
I know.
I forgot what it was, but I was like, "Holy crap!"
Yeah,
you know.
Oh no, he's
like, yeah, man. I remember that.
And they let him go.
Well, I don't know. Again, we don't know the reasoning behind it. I'm gonna have to.
I'm sure he's a good dude, and he's doing the right thing. It seems like, you know.
I
It's
met
awesome.
him at the show in Harriman.
Yeah.
We were sitting there talking. I went outside and said, "Oh, yeah, you know my friend." So he's like, "Yeah," and we sat out there, and I mean, literally, like he talked to me for probably 45 minutes. And I asked him all kinds of questions. He was very willing to answer them. Like,
Joe, we got to take a commercial.
He's not one of those guys that's like,
Yo,
oh, you know,
we're going to
I
have
did
to take
this,
a
I did
commercial
that. He's
break.
so down to
because
earth, it's crazy.
Our producer's telling us to take a commercial break. So we'll see you in a little while.
Where is my...
Yo, so I keep telling y'all, the boss knows every motherfucking body. Keep telling y'all that. So guess who showed up at the hotel here in Connecticut? And y'all not gonna believe this shit. Joe, they ready for this shit, Joe?
I don't know. Are they?
Y'all not gonna believe this shit, but I'm gonna show y'all who showed up. This is the CEO and founder of NESS.
One half of the
My man.
Sports Show.
Go ahead, Matt.
What's going on, fellows out there? Glad to be here with my favorite wrestling podcast. I love these guys. They're unique. They're funny. And I'll tell you, they know a lot about wrestling. You got to go to the Roku channel. Yeah, all you got to do, channel search on Roku TV, channel search National Streaming Sports, and you'll get their show.
So, Mac, let me ask you this. So, they can't find it. It's like the Pat McAfee show. Once ESPN take that shit off for the hour, it's done.
That's right. That's right.
You gotta
So if you're not gonna watch from 11 to 12:30, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. It's like being a barn. Wait, it's like being a barn smoker. If you ain't got your fucking ticket, you ain't getting in.
I know what to tell you.
Go ahead.
Go to the Turnbuckles and Stogies podcast YouTube page, and you can watch all of our back episodes from episode 5 and on.
But
the originals are on the MB Radio YouTube page.
Let me tell you something else. Go where people know. 12,430 followers.
Whoa!
On the Roku channel.
Whoa!
1,600 views a day.
I feel like Elizabeth.
I'm telling you.
Elizabeth, fat Sanford, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, I'm coming, Elizabeth.
I mean, you don't get any better than that.
Sports all day, every day, to include my favorite wrestling podcast.
Well, and there you have it, guys. Our producer from Connecticut, Mr. Mac Attack himself. And God bless us. Yo, we'll see y'all. We took a Sunday off. So we'll see y'all next week. Have a good day, guys.
All right.
Just like, this
Yo,
is not
and
worth it.
we back. Yo, we got my man Ryan here. So you got your favorite podcast, Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod, the Big Dog, the Vanilla Gorilla, and whatever else you want to call us.
I mean, yeah, that's
care.
true.
We don't care.
So I know you said you were working towards a tryout at one point. Is your end goal to be in WWE, or now that AEW's around and TNA, you know, where would be your...
Whatever would bless my family and me.
Okay.
Most. Whatever would be the one, whatever one.
Okay.
I would.
Because I know everybody's got their own, like, you know, I want to go here, I want to go there.
Nowhere particular.
Just
you know
somewhere
what I'm
that
saying?
would
you know,
affords the opportunity to do
Have
what
you
like
sent
and
your
get paid for
tapes? Have you sent the tapes to everybody?
if I got booked on shows, they normally check out my page. I'll send them my link, and there's matches on there.
Right.
There's matches on. You have to go through the actual page. You can't just hit video. That's all my old promos. And
Yeah,
stuff,
because
you
I
know?
did that.
My first ever promo is wild, man.
So give us a promo right now.
A promo.
Give us a because I can do a promo right now.
Hold on.
I can do a promo.
Wait a second.
I can do a promo right now. I can do a promo now.
Wait a second.
As a wrestler, you should be able to do a promo anytime,
Now
anywhere.
the plane is gone. You can talk. You don't have to yell.
You should be able to do a promo anytime, anywhere. I can do a promo right now.
What?
Yeah, I mean, you want to fire one at me, and I'll fire one at you, or you fire one, whatever you want to do. I got you.
want to do it.
Well, let me tell you something, my man. Yo,
There's a microphone.
you are the worst wrestler in the world that I ever seen. Okay? And if you ever get in the ring with me, my man, I will cut your chest open so bad that your mother's not even going to be able to help you. That IV's not going to be able to help you. So let me tell you something about this. I am the big dog, and I've been the big dog for 30 years. And brother, I'm going to tell you this, Ryan, if you ever get in the ring with me, my man, you better get a body bag. You better kiss your wife, kiss your kids, because I'm going to tell you right now, you ain't going home. You're not going home. So there you have it. Book the match. The big dog against Mark Ryan. There you go.
I haven't been in the ring in 8 months. Let's just say that this dude, I would make him tap out in 8 minutes. And I already know that. I'm just going to let him run his mouth. The second I get that crossface on him, he's going to tap and wish he never, ever said anything. But it is what it is because I am right here. And he knows I'm a guest here. This is his house. I respect the man. That bell rings. I don't know, man. Let's see what happens. I give you 8 minutes.
8
months.
minutes.
If it's 9 months from now, 9 months, 9 minutes. I'll give you 9 minutes.
9 minutes. Bro, 9 minutes is like having sex. It takes me 9 minutes.
Dang.
That's what I'm saying. So, bro, 9 minutes? Really? Bro.
I mean,
you could not lace my boots in 9 minutes, bro.
9 minutes. That's actually a pretty long time for you.
You couldn't lace my boots in 2 minutes. I'll let you wipe my face. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. But ladies and gentlemen, you are on Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod with my man Ryan. If y'all want to book him, hit us up. Let us know. We can get in whatever you want to do. All right? So my man Ryan's here. He's from Ocala. He was trained by Dory Funk.
Well, I'm originally from here. I just moved in Florida. I moved to Florida about 9 years ago, and I started my career right then and there, pretty much.
And he's been trained by Dory Funk. He's held titles, so let's do it. And you do got to remember, you got to bring the Untouchables with my man right here.
I like that name too. The Untouchables.
If you don't bring the Untouchables, he ain't coming. You got to bring the Untouchables, and I fly. So when I fly, I only fly first class. I only fly first class. So if you want him, you got to book the Untouchables. That's the way this works. That's the way it works. Right, Joe?
Sure. Wasn't out here. I was getting my drink inside.
So I said if they want Ryan, they got to book us.
Sure, why not? I'm always down to go somewhere else.
6-man tag, whatever, man.
Hey, listen, ironically, that was the plan at one point for you to come into the Carolinas.
Yeah.
That was the plan at one point in time. But I think I've come up with other ways to
bring him in.
Yeah. I have my ways, but
we're both 90s kids. We're both been watching wrestling our whole lives.
And there's
we definitely brainstorm something, man. And I'm always open, man. Like I said, there was one point where I was going to start a tag team with, like I said, John Strange, great guy, great worker. And, the tag team just, we kind of just broke up. And then, damn, the next show, the promoter died, and rest in peace, Tom Bass.
So who runs that federation now?
No one. It stopped. But there is one that I believe the ring is the same. It's called EGCW. And that one is a target of mine when I get back to Florida as well. I would love to work for them. A lot of different guys. The Taylor brothers are on there. Great tag team. They got the cool redneck gimmick, coming out with the monsters and shit.
So now, when do you feel on going back to Florida?
I would love to be back in Florida as comfortably as I can by next summer.
Okay.
And right now, like I said, I'm up here, and it's like an extended visit, so to speak. But Florida's where my heart's at right now, man.
Well, listen, we appreciate you coming on here, Mark. Ryan. Sorry, guys. Listen, you got to understand the wrestling business.
And it's funny because and
I laugh because people say, do you smoke before your matches? I'm like, well, weed, no.
No.
But ironically, my first show, I didn't smoke cigars for like a week, just to make sure I had the air. I mean, it doesn't really affect me too much. And then
I
go
smoke,
do
I
this
drink
show
before everything.
in the Carolinas, and I didn't stop. I smoked the whole week, the whole weekend, up until the day of, and I went out and put on that match that you saw and everybody else saw, and all my boys are like, yo, whatever you did, when you go back to do the next one, I'm like, yeah, they go, do that.
Yeah.
Whatever you did beforehand, if smoking your cigars or whatever, do that.
And you smoke them sober, I noticed too. I mean, nothing. I smoke. I smoke when I'm drinking. You know what I mean? If I'm drinking, I'll pick up a smoke, and that's what I do. And that's what he's doing. That's what I'm gonna do later.
You want a beer? I got a beer.
No, I'm good, brother. I'm good.
This is like my.
Oh, you got to drive the mom van home.
This is like my relaxation time. Is my cigars. This is the way like I unwind myself.
Yeah.
So, to me, it's like I go. I'll sit out back, like on my back porch.
Yeah.
I'll watch wrestling all day. Like I could smoke 2 cigars and just sit there.
Yeah.
All day and relax. And there's times I could smoke 5 or 6. I mean, it depends on the mood that day. And if I'm busy, if I'm not busy, and I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I mean, there's times I go to work at 3:30.
Yeah.
I'm lighting up a cigar on the way to work.
Yeah.
It's just everybody has their own different little.
Yeah, everyone has their own thing, their own vice,
their own
whatever
things,
you want to
and
call
all
it.
that,
So,
I don't drink
Ryan,
as much as I did, so it's like this is
Ryan, put your stuff out there right now, Ryan. How can they book you for a show in New York?
Well, if they really, really want to, which they should, and if I had a place in New York to wrestle in, I wish there was.
I'm gonna work
But,
on. I'm gonna work on getting you in that place if I get a hold of that guy.
That would be pretty cool, man. But you could hit me up at Christopher Ryan, and there's a Christopher Ryan period, just a period. And then you could hit me up on my regular Facebook, whatever. And you guys can hit up these guys right here, man. I got to give it to you guys for having me here. I appreciate it. And
So we can't call you. We can't call you Mark.
No,
I'm not really
he's not that bad. I've seen
No,
guys that are that
listen,
bad.
guys.
I've
if
seen
you know,
guys that are hard.
I've seen guys wear full on CM Punk gear everywhere.
Yeah,
listen,
like my cousin Tyler, who actually he pretty much got me into wrestling. He got me to the Funk School and helped me out there, and I got to give him props for that as well.
So, guys, if you know the wrestling business, Mark means that you're
Sometimes
living it.
it's a term of endearment, though.
It is.
Every wrestler is low key a mark, man. I don't care what you say.
Like
everyone
like
is a
Eddie
fan.
Kingston
We're all
said it
fans,
best.
man.
If we weren't marks, we wouldn't dedicate
Oh.
our life to the business.
So
That's
shout
what
out
he said.
to.
He said,
so-
he goes, everybody's a mark. He said, if you weren't marks, you wouldn't be in this business.
So Eddie Kingston. So I don't know if you know this, Ryan. So I trained Eddie Kingston.
Wow. Okay.
You had a hand- you had a hand
I had
in
a
one of
hand
his
in that.
trainings.
I had a hand in low key. I had a hand in
And
homicide.
you gave Loki his first concussion.
I gave his
Cut his
his
chin.
first concussion. So
Wow.
shout out to them. So Eddie's my brother. I called him one day. Joey was taking a shit.
Are you from Yonkers?
Yes.
Yeah. So is my whole family's from Yonkers. I'm from here, but my whole family was born in Yonkers.
What's the last name?
Is Eric.
Where'd they live?
You probably know.
I'm not sure 100%, but they live right in Yonkers. I believe not too far from the school. I don't know 100%.
From what fucking school?
I don't know. Like, I don't
He
know.
doesn't
Like,
know.
I haven't been to Yonkers, dude, in so long. I can't remember the last time I was in Yonkers, man.
I was in.
Tommy Dreamer was there. I know that.
Tommy
Tommy
Dreamer.
had a school up here.
Tommy had a
for a
school up here.
I heard about that, man.
I was
missed
supposed
it.
to go to that school because
I messaged
the
Tommy about
our
that.
buddies, the now
Yeah.
was the trainer. So they were like, when are you going to come train? I'm like, I'll get there. And I never did.
Yeah, Tommy basically said as soon as I was done with the Funk School, if I had the option to come up to New York, I wish I could.
So
do that
guys,
with him,
we're winding down. We got my man Christopher Ryan. Hit him up. Hit us up. Like I said, if you want him, hit me up.
Hit up the page and I'll
Hit up the page,
I'll
and
answer.
I'll send you. I'll send you the amount that it's going to cost you, because it's going to cost you a pretty penny. Because the man's a fucking 2-time champion. So it's going to cost you a fucking dollar. If you ain't
Just a
got no
dollar?
money, if you ain't got no fucking
$1?
money, if you ain't got no fucking money,
Maybe like a 0 behind it.
I mean,
don't hit us up.
Get a couple zeros added to that. I mean,
Don't hit us up if you ain't got no money. That's all I got to say. He wants to come back to Florida, and the Untouchables.
but he wants to work in New York, and I'm gonna do my
due
do my
diligence.
best. And
Due diligence.
even if me and you have to suck it up and go do commentary or run a backstage,
I'm not doing that no more.
I'll
I'm
do
done.
it. I'll do it.
I'm finished doing. I'm not selling tickets.
No,
I'm not setting up a
saying you have to
ring.
sell tickets.
I'm not setting up a ring. I'm not sweeping floors.
Oh,
motherfucker, I've been doing this 25 years.
I'm not gonna say sell
I'm
tickets.
not doing that shit. No more.
A lot
Yeah,
of companies up here don't make the wrestlers do that.
I'll tell you what, every time that I'm not in the ring and tightening those ropes, I go for my springboard, and whoever didn't tighten them, I can't stand those people that, you know.
I've seen ropes not tight.
Yeah, man.
And then when I went to one of the shows,
I do a nice springboard elbow. I do a springboard stunner. You know, I do a springboard European uppercut.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
those are
So
my
you do
three.
all the fun stuff.
I do that shit. You know, I love that shit, man. I love
So,
it.
guys,
Get the crowd
we're
on their
winding
feet.
down.
You have to.
It's another episode of Turnbuckles and Stogies with my man Christopher Ryan, Mr. Mark
Shout out to
himself.
everybody in Roku.
Shout out to everybody in Roku land. Oh,
Thank
and
you.
shout
Make
out.
sure you go to our YouTube page.
Yep.
Hit that subscribe button. Turn on that light bulb so that you know when we go live. You can interact with us there, but you can still watch on Roku and Amazon because I like you.
So now we're gonna pay our bills and see y'all later. Deuces.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us, giving our veterans a voice.
But I know how to really sell.